Hey guys, welcome to Perfect Vocals Academy, tutorial number 2. This one is going to be about a plugin I use called Quadravox by Eventide, and it's to get that like low pitch format sound on like hip hop or pop vocals. This plugin is super awesome. So first off, I pulled up this song by an artist called Rick's Art. He's an awesome artist that I work with, and you can listen to this chorus. This chorus, I want to put like a low pitch format underneath of it.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking about you, I'm trying to get you, I'm vibing with you.
So that vocal line. So what I did is I made an aux track, because I like to do things on aux track to just keep effects separate. You can put the plugin right on the channel if you want in the inserts. That's fine, but I'm old school. I put it on aux tracks. Find an open bus, so I sent from that melody track, sent from an open bus, made the input of this aux track that. I put it at unity gain here. So now it's going to send signal to this aux into this plugin. Okay. Now I'm going to factory default on this. I had it set how I wanted it, but I'm going to factory default. Okay, the thing about this plugin right off the bat, you want to make sure you hold Option and put the times to 0 at first, because they're way off. There's a loop delay down here. Put that at 0. Feedback 0. So what that does is we don't want any delay within the plugin right now. We're just getting the low pitch voice effect. We don't want any delays. Now this time can stagger these different delays, or these different layers a little bit, so to where they're not 100% robotic, which is actually a really good thing. So we're going to start off doing that. So you can double click. So change that from 0 to, something small like 0.5, 0.3, 0.8, 0.2. Okay, so that's that. So each one of these layers is going to be slightly off with one another, but that's good. Okay. Interval. Now we're going with the low vocal effect. So I want all these to be minus 1 octave. Okay. We can put the dry wet, all the way wet, since I have it on a separate track. If you were to put this plugin right on the vocal track, you can use the dry wet and kind of get a balance, so that works nice. Okay, so right now, before we go any further, this is what we got.
I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
Okay, that's cool. Sometimes that just a standard effect like that will work. The thing I like about this plugin, though, is where it says sense, okay? If you type in some different sense here, we'll actually just drag it up because it needs to be a little far off. So let's go like 17, 8, just some random numbers, 15. So when there's no minus, that's obviously like sharp, and then the minus is flat. So let's try these and see what this sounds like.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you.
It kind of makes it like chorusy, kind of more deeper, have like depth to it. And I like that a lot. It kind of makes it not so plain, not so robotic. So we can go with that. We can play with the time a little more if you want.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking about you, I'm trying to get you, I'm vibing with you. I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
Okay, I like the time a little more subtle.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you. I'm thinking about you, I'm trying to get you, I'm vibing with you. I'm thinking, I'm dreaming, I'm rolling, I'm dreaming, I'm focused. You notice, you for me, you notice.
Cool. So I just got it slightly off just to where like each one of these 4 low vocals are kind of clashing. That makes it sound more, human, I guess. Like if you were to layer some, like when you listen to a choir, how like everyone's a little bit slightly off of pitch and off of time, and then it makes that huge choir sound. This can give you like an electronic choir type sound. So, okay, so we got that. Let's mix it in some.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking about you, I'm trying to get you, I'm vibing with you, I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm gonna bust out a stereo widener. This is Joey Sturgis side widener. I got it on mode 3. The width kind of cranked up. This will just kind of spread out the low vocals a little bit to where they're not right on top of the main vocal.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
It's very subtle. It's even hard to hear with headphones, but I know on my speakers, like it makes a big difference. Like it really spreads them out. Cool. So we're gonna go to an EQ now, because what I find is when you do that low vocal like that, it adds like a bunch of low end in the vocal. And in a song like this with the heavy 808s and stuff, it kind of like sounds muddy. So busted out a SSL EQ. Filter it.
I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking.
Okay, I already had some settings on it. Just bring that back because I didn't cover that yet. So right now, it's like this.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you.
We're gonna filter it some.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
All right, doesn't cut too much. So now what we're gonna do is with a wideband, I like to go with like 1K because it's like it'll make it cut through, but it won't like be super in your face like the lead vocal. So, but it'll cut through more and be more pronounced. So, start boosting this.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
Cool. I love that sound. Let's just turn down the output now.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you. I'm thinking about you, I'm trying to get you, I'm vibing with you.
Cool. See, that cuts now, and it sounds great. So let's play with Quadravox a little more. Let's try taking one of the layers an octave higher. So 1 + 1 here.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking about you.
Okay, I had to adjust the pitch or the sense a little bit because since it's a high vocal, it has to be less off pitch for it to sound right.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing.
Cool. We can turn it down right in the plugin.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking about.
Let's see what that sounds like in the mix.
Thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
Cool. Let's turn down the low vocals a little, or the plugin effect.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you, I'm thinking about you.
Here's before we added it.
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
Still sounds good. We didn't even do this effect for the actual mix. This is actually something I'm just doing for this tutorial, but sounds great. But when you put it in,
I'm thinking about you, I'm rolling on you, I'm vibing with you, I'm trying to get you, I'm rolling on you.
it just fills it out more. You know, we only did one vocal for the chorus, and that's usually what I do with his voice. So one vocal in this plugin, and that's a great result right there. So comment your questions. I'd love for you guys to try this out on your own and let me know how it goes.